everybody, and welcome to the Tough Woman Podcast, aka the Unfuckwithable Woman Podcast. The space for all women to drop everything at the door, take a seat at the table, because y'all know I love my table, and join in on the conversation. A space free of judgments and expectations, and a space where you can come to be uplifted, enriched, empowered, and grounded in the unfuckwithable woman that I truly believe all of us are. I truly believe there is an unfuckwithable woman in all of us. We need simply to dive deep and find her and bring her back up with us. Anyways, as always, I am Ashley Ingram, your hostess with the mostest. And today's podcast is one I actually had a lot of my Facebook people vote on for me. So today's podcast is the importance of a morning routine. You guys, the importance of a morning routine. Let me tell you what. This is something I have been working on in my own personal life. I want to say easily for the last 8 months. But really within the last 4 to 5 months is when I've really gotten pretty on point about it. So just real quick, just to give you a few reasons why starting a morning routine is super important. It maximizes the effective time of positive influence on your day. So when you're talking about what sets the tone of your day, a morning routine is shown, a positive morning routine is shown to have a more positive influence on how you start your day. It allows you to start your day with intention, it allows you to get centered and get focused. So it allows you to streamline that energy into a more positive area. All right. Next one is, this is when you're generally most productive. Right after you wake up is when you find yourself to be the most productive during the day. Have you ever gotten to the end of your day and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this at the end of the day, and next thing you know, it's the end of work, and you're sitting on the couch going, holy crap, right? I just want to get some sleep. I don't want to have to do this, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I've been there. Trust me, I know how it is, right? Another one, again, it gets you prepared to start the day. Obviously, when you're in a great space, when you've already started your day off productive, it sets the tone for your day to be productive, right? And then my favorite one, it also sets intention and action for your day. You guys, I have daily gratitudes that I write as part of my morning routine. And one of the spots in there is my intentions and actions that I have for the day. So as to set intention and action in my day. When I don't set intention and action in my day, I find that those are the days where I'm using air quotes here, you guys, I run out of time, or next thing you know, I'm 5 hours into it and I haven't accomplished a single frickin' thing on my to-do list, right? I haven't accomplished anything. Me create consistency and also gives me ways to immediately start feeling successful, as well as limits procrastination. So one of the key parts of my morning routine is making my bed, and I actually integrated that after reading a bunch of different articles and even watching TED Talks on some of the most successful people in the world, and they all had this running theme where they made their bed. And what they said that allowed them to do was already start their morning feeling more productive, right? And also when you come home at night, it's such a nice thing, or come home during the day, you come home and it feels a little less chaotic in your room, except at least to me, to come home and have this nicely made up bed. You don't come home and all your shit's everywhere and you're just like, oh my god, my room's just chaotic. Because if you're like me at all, you fucking hate clutter. I hate clutter so much. I can't stand it. I can't stand clutter in my personal space. I can't stand clutter in my workspace, especially. I'm the kind of person where if I get to the point where I feel like I'm super duper cluttered, I'm just gonna like, you know that thing where you see everyone just slam shit off the desk? That's me. Just whoosh. I don't want it, right? And just a side note, you guys, the more I get active into this, the more I'm beginning to think that I'm going to do a vlog aspect of this, because I'd like to bring this out where you guys can see me, and I'm also thinking about doing a live aspect. So just a side note going forward in these podcasts, for all my listeners, if you are on Facebook, let me know what you think about that whole idea. I would love to add a live aspect to my podcast where I can start interacting more with you guys. And I also want to bring a video component to it, especially if I want to do guest podcasts. I think that's really neat. So side note, away from creating a morning routine, that is an intention I'm looking to set with this podcast, and bringing a video aspect to it as well as bringing a live component so that we can do Q&A and I can really interact more with you guys, because this is what this podcast is here for. It's here for you guys. I really want to make sure that I'm coming at you, coming to you guys and bringing you things that you want to hear, things that are going to help you, ways and takeaways that you can utilize in your real life, and things that are going to help you feel more capable, more confident, happier, and fulfilled, because that's what this is all about. So anyways, that intention aside, back to where we were at. Whoop, whoop. Setting a morning routine, you guys. And I'm looking, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm looking at in a thing right now and I see a rainbow. But anyways. All right, back to the importance of a morning routine. So as I stated, it helps you to feel more productive, sets intention, and lets you already get some action going during your day. So I'll give you a good idea of what my morning routine is. So I wake up in the morning. The biggest stressor I have in my morning routine, and it's not a stressor, it's just something I make sure that I'm very aware of. I don't touch my phone for the first hour of the day, and I'll tell you why this is super important to me. So what happens, and what I've also come across in reading about successful people and what they do, this is something they do as well. So what happens is we go ahead and we automatically reach for that phone because it's a habit, myself included. It's a really bad freaking habit to reach for my phone. And what do? You pop open your email, you pop open Facebook, you pop open Instagram. It's automatically just this onslaught of shit to your brain, right? Now all of a sudden you're stressing out because you've got 50 million emails that you need to respond to. And instead of waking up and having this moment to kind of center yourself and get yourself prepared for the day, now you're just inundated with all this stuff and stress, everything else. Or maybe you got on Facebook and you saw that your friend got this promotion or this person's getting engaged, and maybe now you've run into that comparison game. There's that trap that we all run into, that comparison trap, right? Next thing you know, you're spiraling, going, oh, I should be here, I should be doing this, and you're spiraling down this really negative rabbit hole, right? So I don't touch my phone for the first hour. I give myself that first hour for my morning routine because it is super important that I not only set intention for the day, but that I center and I ground myself so that I am prepared mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically to take on my day. Because here's the deal. If you don't set intention in your day, if you don't set intention into the actions that you're going to do throughout the day, your day is just going to do whatever. The life is just going to say, oh, yeah, you're going to do this. Next thing you know, it's 9 o'clock and you haven't gotten shit accomplished, right? All right, so the first hour of my day upon waking up, I don't touch my phone. That is at the top of my daily morning routine. And yes, you guys, I have my morning routine written down. I have my morning routine set into my phone in my calendar so that it's blocked off in my calendar so that I don't ever set appointments during that time. So also next, I do my daily devotion. So I'll go ahead and open my Bible. I was doing the Bible app, but because I don't want to touch my phone, for the first hour, I go ahead and I go back into the Bible, you guys. So I go ahead and go into the Bible and I just pick out a passage. I don't really have any specifics to it. I just kind of, flip it open and see where it lands and see what I get out of it. So the first bit is spending devotional time. So spend time in prayer with God. I read my Bible, just kind of get my little daily mindset meeting going with him. I gotta do it. I love it so much. It helps me out quite a bit. Next thing is I spend 10 minutes in meditation. You guys, this is absolutely one of the most important things I do in my morning routine. No, sorry, let me rephrase that. I do my daily devotion. I do my daily gratitudes next. And then I do meditation, you guys. I just revamped my morning routine. So So bear with me. I'm getting back into a new habit. I'm going to tell you guys what my old morning routine is, and I'm going to tell you why it was not sustainable and why this is actually much more sustainable for me. So I write my daily gratitude. So what that goes with, I usually do about 3 to 4 things that I'm grateful for. We want to practice gratitude every single day. The more things you are grateful for, the more things that come into your life to be grateful for. Being grateful for things attracts more things for you to be grateful for, you guys. So it's a great thing. I practice 3 to 4, or I write down 3 to 4 things that I'm grateful for, and it also just helps me think. It really helps me dive into, well, what are you grateful for today, Ashley? What's going on in your life that you have to be grateful for? And when I start thinking about that, just it's like this Pandora's box of gratitude just bursts open, and all these things that I have to be grateful for come flooding out. So I could probably sit there and write gratitude for days. I could fill up my whole journal with things that I'm grateful for, small things, big things, everything in between. Anyways, I write one self-love thing that I love about myself. I'm huge on practicing self-love, and I think it's extremely imperative, especially as women, that we tell ourselves something about ourselves that we love every day. Like, girl, some days I like to do these little sexy self-talks in the mirror. I think they're fantastic, and especially great if you have a full-length mirror, because I like to get into it. Y'all, I get my walk on. I'm just like, what's up, girl? Hey. I be hitting on myself, y'all. I be hitting on myself. Oh, no, but I get up in that mirror and I go, girl, look at you, girl. Oh, you calves are coming in. Look at them thighs. Girl, Colonel Sanders would like some of those thighs deep fried. I don't know, I'll be saying stuff like that. Y'all. But no, I do tell myself one thing that I love about myself, or I do my little sexy self-talk, whatever it is to pump me up during the day. Y'all, we gotta pump ourselves up. We gotta be our biggest, they say they're gassing us up. We got to be gassing ourselves up 24/7, y'all. One of my favorite things to do is not only gas myself up, but go online and look at all these women who might not be feeling the greatest and just, man, blow them up with some self-freaking love. Like, girl, you are looking bomb today. And I'm not lying. I'm not sitting here just to say stuff just to fluff them up. I find things about them that are fantastic, and I, amplify that. There's another word I'm looking for, and I can't think of it right now. Go figure, right? So anyways, so I do the self-love, and then the last part, one of the more important parts of my gratitude, is I set the intentions for my day. So I write down, what are my intentions for the day? What are the things that I want to get accomplished in the time frame that I have? And how am I going to accomplish those things? So a lot of times I'll set my intention and then I'll put my action steps underneath it, unless I already have those action steps written out words. Like, as far as my business goes, I'll put down what do I want to accomplish with that business, but in regards to that, I already have an action plan set up, but I do like to make sure that I stay intentional in what I'm doing as far as the steps that I'm going after. So there's that. I write my gratitudes. Next one, I do my meditation, y'all. Oh, and I can't emphasize the importance of this as well. Meditation is huge in my life, and woefully I fell off of it this past week because I was on vacation in North Carolina seeing my kids. So I fell off a bit as far as meditating every day. I did do my best to get it in there a couple times, but definitely not the same. And it is very different when I don't meditate. I can definitely tell the days I meditate versus the days I don't. I feel a little less connected to self and a little more, I guess, flighty. I don't feel as grounded within myself when I don't meditate every day. So meditation is huge for me. Like I said, I can tell when I don't do it. It's very grounding for me. It helps me center and focus my thoughts, and definitely gets me into a state of mind where I can tap into my energy, which is very important to me. I'm very connected to energy. So being able to connect into my own energy and channel it so that I can be more effective, more efficient, all of that is extremely important which is why meditation is extremely important. So I usually do 10 to 15 minutes. And for anybody who's wondering what kind of meditations I do, I go on YouTube and there is a plethora of guided meditations ranging anywhere from 5 minutes up to hours. I like to do sleep meditations at night that hit you with different hertz, so different volumes of sound and music, and it's just more subconscious programming. So I like to do also a lot of I am affirmations when I sleep as more of a sleep programming, because what happens is at night when you sleep, your conscious mind shuts off, but your subconscious mind is still going. So what you can do is bring in the subliminal programming at night and start rewiring and reprogramming your subconscious mind. So basically you're mentally training yourself. So I like to do that at night. But I also like to consciously meditate so that I can bring myself back into focus. So in the morning, conscious meditation is very important to me. It allows me to ground myself and just get back into center, get back into focus, and get ready for my day. It sets me up for my day. So the last two things that I do in my morning routine is I make my bed, which I've had in my morning routine for the last 8 months. That's like the biggest consistent thing I've had in my morning routine, is making my bed. And it does make me feel more productive. Y'all, I stayed at a hotel for the last week and I got up and I made my bed during the day. That's how consistent I stay with this. I made my bed every day. Well, all but like 1 or 2 days where I got up and I was like, had to be out the door, right? Like out the door. And those were the 2 days that I did not do my morning routine. And let me tell you what, those 2 days, I could tell I didn't do my morning routine. I was very off the whole day. But it's vacation and I don't like to beat myself up. I was very much aware and prepared for the fact that I probably was not going to be as consistent as I was I down here in my normal area. So that in itself is also a great learning thing for me, because it reminded me, A, of why my morning routine is so consistent and so important to me, and B, how I can make sure that I stay consistent in my morning routine even when I'm on vacation. Because no matter where you're at, if you're consistent in something, you should be consistent all the way across the board, right? No matter what life does, there are certain things I don't think you need to be thrown off of. And if you get thrown off, because it does happen, you need to know how to bounce back from it, right? So we need to be resilient to the times when we get thrown down, maybe off of our morning routine or whatever else is going on, because life does happen. Life happens. It's not that life happens to us. It's just that life happens. Things happen. And we have to be able to not let those things knock us down and get us down. So anyways, I make my bed. I love doing it. It makes me very happy. And then I brush my teeth, y'all, because nobody wants stanky breath, right? Nobody wants no stanky breath. I floss and brush my teeth. I remember when I was growing up, it was like a freaking battle to get me to brush and floss my teeth. Like, I never understood how in the hell do people floss their teeth, especially twice a day. I'm like, why would you want to do that? Because I'm like a kid and I don't care. And that's just another thing. I mean, I'm going to give you a real funny story. When I was in 5th grade, my stepmom used to have to chase me around the house to make me put deodorant on. Because I was such a tomboy. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to put this on. I don't want to wear a bra. I don't want to do any of this stuff. And she'd be chasing me down. You're going to put this on. Y'all, it was great. It was good times. Good times. Funny little anecdote for y'all. So anyway, yes, I brush and floss my teeth every morning, every night. In fact, I'm so anal retentive now about brushing and flossing my teeth. Oh, God. I keep floss with me. I keep the little picker things with me because I just can't stand the idea of not flossing my teeth. It really bothers me a lot. Grosses me out. Ugh. Anyways, so just to give you guys a preview of where my morning routine was about 5-ish months ago. So it was somewhat similar, but it was not sustainable because it was kind of bouncing everywhere. And my work schedule changed up so much. So what it would be is I would get up in the morning, And I didn't have the whole don't be on your phone thing. I didn't have that in place. So what would happen is I would do my devotional from my phone, right? Because I have a Bible app on there. So I would do the devotional from my phone, and what would happen is first thing I would see upon opening my phone is the mass number of emails I needed to look at. Or I would see the notifications on Facebook or Instagram. And I'm in this devotional, and I'm supposed to be present in my devotional, and all I can think about is, damn, I wonder what those notifications are on Facebook. Or damn, I wonder what the email is. All right, so there you are. I'm not present now in what I'm supposed to be present in. And excuse that AC coming on. So I'm not present in what I'm supposed to be present in. And then after that, I decided to do my guided meditations. And you guys are like, well, you just said that you don't get on your phone for the first hour. So I go on my computer and pull up my guided meditations. So again, I don't get on my phone. And going on my computer allows me just to go onto YouTube and get the guided meditations that I want to get, right? So that's how I don't get on my phone now. But anyways, back then, I would get on my phone, or I'd be on my phone already. And by then, I would have maybe done the devotion, and maybe a text message pop in, so I'd pop out of my devotion and get into my text message. Or maybe an email would come in, and I'd pop out of my devotion and get into my email. So I'm already somewhere else. I'm not in the devotion. I get into the meditation, and all I can hear is maybe things going off, like dings, or I can't concentrate because this email, or this notification, or this text message that came in. Jesus Christ! All this stuff coming in, and I can't concentrate. So then next thing you know, it's like 20 minutes later, and I haven't done anything because I'm so focused on, okay, well, I need to get through this. Like, I'm not present. I'm needing to get through it, right? I'm needing to rush through it so that I can take care of all that other stuff. So now I've not even been present. I'm not mindful. I'm not centered. I'm not focused. I was not doing gratitudes at that point in time consistently. So I was not setting intentions for my day. So basically it was wake up, do devotions, try to meditate, and I would say set intention for the day was the other one, and then make your bed and brush your teeth. I didn't do any of that, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't do a single damn bit of it. I would do a few days here, fall off, few days here, fall off, and what I found was I was less productive, less effective, less focused, way less centered, and I would get out to go do my day, and next thing you know, 6 hours have freaking passed. I haven't accomplished a damn thing I wanted besides going to the gym. That was on my morning gratitude. So I always did make it to the gym because that was important to me, but I found that the things that I really wanted to be channeling my energy to, I didn't channel my freaking energy to, right? Because my morning routine was not consistent and I wasn't sticking with it. So you guys, having a morning routine is super important. Unbelievably important. It's one of the biggest things that I stress on doing. I do it now religiously. I've been doing a morning routine religiously for, I want to say the last 4 months I've been doing it religiously, but having an extremely consistent routine like what I have now, what I've just created now, even though it's small as compared to some other people's routines, it allows me to really focus on each individual task that I have set in the routine. I'm able to be present in the devotionals. I'm able to be present in my meditations. I'm able to be present when I write my gratitudes because the whole focus of my energy is sitting in those items. All right? So, I'm going to give you a little thing that also happens when you don't have a morning routine. And this is from an article on Medium, which I don't know if many of you know what Medium is. Medium is it's an app, and you can also go online. So it's basically a bunch of blogs, articles, all different kinds of, print type stuff. So news articles, blog articles, just all these different articles by different people in one area. So I'm trying to think here, you guys. So this article is on it's on a weekly article called Win the Day. This article was written by Greg Clunis, and it was on the importance of having a morning routine. And so what he talked about is what happens when we don't have a morning routine. We enter in this state called decision fatigue. So what happens is, this happens when agonizing over making a decision becomes mentally exhausting. So you're sitting there and you wake up and you're thinking, oh, where do I have to be in 2 hours? Oh, I've got to check this email. Oh, I've got to get up and get the kids ready. Oh, I got to do this. Next thing you know, you're just like exhausted, right? You're mentally exhausted. So what this leads to is unnecessary worry, mental exhaustion, and it can be entirely eliminated with a reliable morning routine, y'all. What? Getting decision fatigue first thing in the morning when you have no routine to rely on can be a huge detriment to your entire day, inhibiting your productivity, increasing your feelings of overwhelm. So you ever gotten up during the day or in the morning and you're just laying there, and 15 minutes later you've literally thought of every single thing you have to do, you're stressed out, next thing you know, I'm so exhausted, I don't want to handle this day. I don't even want to get out of bed. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to see no one. Y'all, decision fatigue. All right. And again, the gentleman that wrote that is Greg Clunis. He wrote it on Medium, and it's an article under Win the Day. It was about the importance of a morning routine. I did not come up with that. I want to make sure I give proper props to the people who write the stuff that I do research on. So anyways, you guys, a morning routine is extremely imperative in my life. And if you research and study people who are very successful, people who make a lot of money, people who are high up in the business world, CEOs, Fortune 500 company owners, things like that, the consistent thing is the morning routine. A lot of them will tell you they get up at 4:30 in the morning. Props to them, right? They immediately get up. You guys, stop hitting that snooze buzzing. Jesus. Snooze button. Talking about procrastinating first thing in the morning. That's what that snooze button does. That's automatically you procrastinating, y'all. First thing in the morning. All right? So they get up. So immediate action. Take immediate action in your day. And I know that's hard sometimes, you guys. I've definitely been bad to snap that snooze button. But here recently, I have made sure that when that alarm goes off, I'm up. Talking about alarms makes me tired. I'm sitting here trying not to yawn, y'all. All right. So also, you heard they get up 4:30. They don't hit the snooze button. Immediate action. They're up and then they go into their morning routine. So it's normally like something a lot of them like to read. They meditate. They get up and move. So a lot of them will do their exercise first thing in the morning. And that's actually something I like to do as well. I'll get up, I'll do my morning routine, and then I'll immediately go work out. That's the first thing I love to do. Unless I have appointments that morning or I have coaching calls or whatever, I will go work out first thing. As soon as my morning routine is done, I'm out the door, heading to the gym, and I go and I take care of that. And then I come back and I knock my to-do list out just like that. So whatever I set intention to for the day, I come back, I revisit it, and I get it taken care of, you guys. And since I have implemented a consistent morning routine, I have been more focused. I have gotten more accomplished. I feel like I've been more driven, and I have direction in where I'm going in both my business and my life. And it's fantastic, especially when I do go out of town, because it does allow me to have an anchor to come back to. So even if I'm kind of floating off here and there, I can come back to that morning routine, and that's my anchor no matter where I'm at. Okay, so it does not matter if I'm halfway across the world in some random freaking hotel, which that hasn't happened yet, but it may perhaps happen one day. You never know. I will still have my morning routine, and it will still allow me to stay consistent in my efforts and the way that I show up in the world. So that is why it is important to have a morning routine, you guys. It'll keep you consistent, productive, focused, and empowered in what you're going to accomplish for that day. So some takeaways for y'all. Takeaways, ladies. All right. So the best thing I can tell you to do is go ahead and look at what your day-to-day is. All right. So we're going to set up a morning routine for you ladies. That's your takeaway for today, is to go ahead and set up a morning routine. So look at what your day is normally like. Look at a normal day. What time do you need to be up? What are the time limits that you have on stuff? What are your commitments for the day? Where do you have to be? So let's say you need to be up and rolling at 7 o'clock every morning. Like you need to be up and going at 7 o'clock. I know this is going to sound sucky, all right? But I want you guys to take at least half an hour. Let's start with half an hour. And give yourself time to ease into the day with a morning routine. Because that's really the whole point of a morning routine, is to ease yourself into the day so you're not automatically feeling rushed, right? Nobody wants to feel rushed first thing in the morning. So let's say you got to be up at 7 o'clock. And I'm just giving you an example here. We're going to set our alarms and we're going to get up at 6:30. We're not actually going to necessarily physically get up, but we're going to get up. So our alarm's going to go off at 6:30. We're going to hit that alarm and we're going to get up. Y'all, we're not going to hit snooze. We're going to get up. You're like, somebody's out there cussing me going, this bitch wants me to get up at 6. What? Just trust me, y'all. You're going to love me once you do this morning routine. I promise you, all right? We're going to get up at 6:30, all right? So set a morning routine that works for you, all right? Like I said, I like to start my day with a devotion. Then I like to set my gratitudes in place. I think doing your gratitudes every day is a fantastic place to start. If you don't want to do devotions, start with gratitudes. Write out your gratitudes for the day. Write out something you love about yourself. Show yourself some love first thing in the morning. Yo, pump yourself up. Girl, you're freaking awesome. All right? Write your intentions out for the day. What do you need to accomplish? What are you going to do? Okay? What actionable steps are you going to take for the day to make whatever it is that you need to get done? All right? We're going to set intention for our day. All right? Then we're going to get up. We're going to make our bed, y'all. Make your beds. Make your beds. Get up. Make your beds. All right? And then we're going to get moving. So whether or not that's meditating, maybe do some light yoga in the morning. Stretch. Either way, get that blood flowing. Get that body going. Let's get moving. All right? And I want to challenge you guys to not look at your phone for the first hour of the day. You guys, don't look at your phone. What you will find is you will realize how much you look at it without even realizing it, right? It's a habitual thing. I have it. It's bad. That's why I'm trying. No, that's why I am breaking it. Not trying anything. I am doing. All right. So your actionable steps are to go ahead and wake up just a little bit earlier every day, you guys, and do a morning routine. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever is most effective for you and works for you. All right. And really tailor it to what you feel is feasible for you. What you feel like things are you could do every single morning consistently and routinely. All right? And what I want you to do is I want you to get very consistent and accountable about this morning routine for the next 30 days. So, why 30 days? It takes 21 days to create a habit. So I like to go a little above and beyond because I'm just that much extra. Yeah. All right, so 30 days, okay? I'm in the middle. I'm actually 2/3 of the way out of a gratitude challenge on Facebook and Instagram because I wanted to not only make sure that I was consistent in my gratitudes, but that I was also creating that habit. And I was showing people that it is also possible to create that habit as well. So 30 days, you guys, of a consistent morning routine. At the end of that 30 days, look back, note things, note any differences in how you feel. How did your day go? How did your morning start? How did you feel at the end of the day? Did you feel more productive? If you don't feel like that morning routine was maybe necessarily the best and there are other things that you want to add, feel free to revamp it. I have revamped my morning routine now 3 times. So this is my 3rd revision and revamp. And I have to say that I love this one the most because these are the things that I really take joy out of. And these are the things that I have found center me and prepare me for my day. So your takeaway is to go ahead, get you a morning routine set up, figure out what your time is going to be in the morning. If you don't feel like you want to dedicate an hour to a morning routine, that's fine. Everyone that I read, they say about an hour to an hour and a half normally on their morning routine. Generally, my morning routine is about 30 minutes to an hour, and because I don't do the phone and I consider that part of my morning routine is an hour. All right? And if your morning routine is also eating breakfast, include that as well. I do eat breakfast. I just don't include that as part of my morning routine because it's not necessarily the first thing I do when I wake up. It takes my stomach a good amount of time to wake up. So it's usually about an hour and a half after I wake up before I can even eat anything. So anyways, if eating is part of it, include that in your morning routine. But what we're going to do is create a morning routine, and we're going to run it for the next 30 days. At the end of the 30 days, go back and reflect. Look at how you felt. What did you accomplish during the day? Did you set intention? Did you follow through with your intentions? Did you get your stuff done? Did you feel more productive? Do you feel like there's something you want to tweak in it? Is there something else you'd like to include? Who knows? And from there, you should be able to really cultivate a beautiful morning routine. And I can guarantee you it's going to make a massive difference in your life, in your day-to-day, and just how you go about things. So you guys, that is the importance of a morning routine. A morning routine is going to help you become more consistent. It's going to help you be have less procrastination. And it's going to start your day off in a really positive way. I honestly can say that even if I have not so great things happen to me during the day, if it's a day where I've started my morning routine and I've been centered and I've been focused, I find that it's easier to work through any issues that might come up during the day, and I don't find myself knocked down quite so easily. All right, so you guys, that is all for today. That is the importance of a morning routine. As always, at the end of these podcasts, I ask that if you are listening to me on iTunes or if you're listening to me on Spotify or any other streaming device, please head on over to iTunes because that's all that matters in podcast world. We know this. Head on over to iTunes, rate me, review me, let me know what you think, you guys. Find me on Facebook at Ashley Ingram, my personal page, or The Unfuckwithable Woman, my business page. You can also find me at The Unfuckwithable Woman on Instagram. I am on LinkedIn for anyone who's on there as well. I am Ashley Ingram, Women's Transformational Life Coach. Yes. Here to kick your butt in a loving and unconditional way. Yes. So anyways, you guys, as always, I'm so blessed and fortunate to be able to come to you guys and have these conversations. I am super excited for the next 2 podcasts as well, as I will be having some super stellar guests for you. I think these are going to be amazing conversations, and I cannot wait to bring this energy out into our little arena here. So anyways, you guys, as always, I hope you have such a blessed day. I hope you go out today, you embrace grace, show yourself some love because you are freaking awesome and you deserve it. And you are so worthy, ladies. So worthy. Don't forget that. All right. As always, you guys, I love you all. Have a super, super awesome day. I am out of here, and until next week, much love, ladies. Peace.